Hey, welcome to the Rob Skinner podcast. My goal is to inspire you to live a no regrets life, make this life count, and multiply disciples, leaders, and churches. Today, I'm going to be reading from my new book, Before You Quit, Hope for the Christian Who Feels Done. It just came out with this. Really excited about it. I wrote it because I was tired of people walking away from their relationship with God and from the fellowship. And so I just wrote it as a series of letters to try to encourage people to really rethink their decision, try to offer them a reason to come back and give it a second shot, to not walk away. I read a book called The Pilgrim's Progress recently and just powerfully described how Satan's always at work to try to get us off the path, to get us to walk away from him. And that is regardless of whatever denomination you're a part of, whatever family of churches you're a part of. It's just what it means to follow Christ. It means that that's his job, is to try to get you off the narrow path and get you onto the broad path. And so I just wrote this as a source of encouragement. These are things I've learned over the course of my nearly 40 years in ministry and 40 years as a Christian. And so I hope that this helps you today. And so today I'm going to be reading from the introduction and chapter 1. Before You Quit, Hope for the Christian Who Feels Done. Introduction. You may not have planned to read a book like this. Most Christians don't imagine themselves standing at the edge of quitting, yet many quietly arrive there. Sometimes it comes through disappointment with God, sometimes through church hurt, sometimes through exhaustion, sometimes through sin that keeps coming back. You still believe, you still care, but the fire that once burned bright feels like it's fading. This book is written for you. Over the past 40 years, I've watched many sincere Christians walk away. Some were leaders. Some were brand new believers. Some had served God faithfully for decades. Many didn't leave loudly. They drifted quietly. I wrote this book to reach people before that moment, before you ghost the people who love you, before discouragement hardens into cynicism, before disappointment becomes distance. Each chapter is short because discouragement rarely has the energy for long explanations. Instead, think of this book as 30 letters of encouragement from someone who's been where you are. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to stay one more day. Don't quit. If you're reading this and you feel like you're hanging on by a thread, remember this. You don't have to solve your entire life today. You just have to stay. Stay in the fight. Stay in the faith. Stay near Jesus, one day at a time. And if you need encouragement, reach out. You are not alone. Rob Skinner. Week 1. When the fire goes out, naming the pain honestly. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 35 says, "So do not throw away your confidence, it will be richly rewarded." There are moments in the Christian life when the fire that once burned bright begins to fade. You still believe in God. You still care about doing what is right, but something inside feels hollow. The excitement you once had is gone. The songs you used to feel, that you used to love, they just feel distant. Prayer feels mechanical. Church feels like an obligation instead of a joy. Many Christians reach this moment and quietly assume something must be wrong with them. But the truth is this: almost every sincere follower of Jesus passes through a time like this. This week is about naming those experiences honestly, not fixing them yet, just bringing them into the light and identifying them. Day number 1, I almost quit. I don't want to be here. I looked around the auditorium at people singing with smiles or with eyes closed, and I realized I didn't want to be there anymore. I felt like I didn't fit in anymore. I didn't feel the excitement, the inspiration, or the spirit, whatever that meant. I felt empty, tired, and hopeless. I had become a Christian a couple of years before, and I had charged out of the gates. I bought a brand new NIV Zondervan Study Bible. I went to all the services, told everyone I knew about my new faith. I wasn't sure what had happened, but something had changed deep inside. I didn't want to leave God, but I didn't want to stay in the miserable state that I found myself in. I didn't lose my faith. I lost my joy. You might find yourself in a similar situation at any point in your Christian life. A deep sense of emptiness, alienation, and disappointment is slowly creeping into your once vibrant thought life. Church politics, spiritual failure, old sin creeping back in, and people letting you down can all contribute to wanting to walk away from it all. If you're wrestling with whether you want to keep going spiritually, I want to talk to you for just a little bit. I know how it feels to want to walk away. I've been a Christian since college and a missionary and church planter for nearly 40 years. I'd like to offer you some encouragement to help you restore your joy and passion for God. As the Bible says, so do not throw away your confidence. It will be richly rewarded. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 35. Thanks for listening to day 1 of my new book, Before You Quit. If you have somebody in your life that you feel like needs to hear this, please pass this on to them. Or if you yourself need encouragement, my hope is that people will read this book and will rethink their path and think, okay, I want to just hang on a little bit longer. I want to stay faithful to God. I want to work this out. I see too many friends, too many people that I've poured myself into and have really been alive spiritually, and then they walk away. Don't let that happen. So please share this. We're going to come back and I'm going to continue to read through this entire book over the course of the next month or two. Thanks for listening. My goal is to inspire you to live a no regrets life, to make this life count, and to multiply disciples, leaders, and churches. Have a great day and make this life count.